Okay, day one of the last rockhounding trip this year. We will not be back until next year. Hey Bill, say hi. Sun just came up. We've been driving all morning since we got up at 3. Got on the road by almost 4 and hit our campsite. And we decided we have to play before we set up the tent, right? I mean, who's going to take time to set up a tent when you have all of these beautiful agates? And look how tiny, tiny, tiny this one is. A little piece of carnelian or some quartz. But anyhow, we're going to find some good stuff. We'll record it for you guys. And we will post it. So Bill, what did you find?
Well, I always find petrified wood, and look at that piece.
Are you the petrified wood hound?
Well,
what's on the inside?
Look at all that, man.
Oh wow, there's crystals. Can you turn it up? That's huge. How about these bands here? Are they? Oh my goodness, that's a solid agate. Seriously?
Look at that side.
I bet because that's that white coating, that there's stuff underneath that. Oh my goodness, that's huge.
Look at the wood.
Let me see this
pattern. And to me, that's what's interesting.
Right here. I was curious. That is like beautiful. And the wood pattern, that's what you saw, huh?
Uh-huh.
It looks like wood that you'd come across today, but it's completely agatized.
Oh, man, that's heavy.
Oh. Crystal thingies, bling bling. You know, I'm a woman. Gotta have my bling. There looks like petrified wood, shirt, something like that. I like the pattern on that, but it's only in the outside. There's been iron water with iron, because you can tell it doesn't go all the way through. It's just on the outside. I have to work on my filming skills. Should I keep it? What fooled me last time. The outside has this like agate material with bubbles, but the inside is nothing but an old river rock.
Well, here we are again. It's Bill and Penny's excellent rockhounding adventures. In one of our previous videos, my wife had found a piece of chalcedony, and she decided that she was going to break it for some reason. Well, I found a piece similar to the one that she found. Should I break it? No, I think I'm just going to take it home and cut it.
So this was the other piece that went flying, so I don't feel so bad. That's a nice specimen. That is gorgeous. That is just gorgeous. All right. Finally found a couple of really nice pieces. That one's pretty. That one's moss. It's almost bleeding into a plume. And this one has this, I think it's silica that covers the outside, but once you get into it, it's like clear. I don't know if you can see it or not very good. Oh, so here is a piece of that iron ore. You don't even have to wet it. It's just real shiny. And let's see. I found I'm running out of water. Anyhow, he's pretty. I'm gonna keep him. He probably would wash up really nicely. And I don't know, these guys, they're just a little, I ain't gonna worry about them. This guy seemed kind of pretty. He's got red and green jaspers, a little bit of agate there on the end. He almost acts, well, I thought for a minute petrified wood, but he's not the way he's got the outside rim. Oh, I'll keep him too. I know he's small. But he says, take me home. I haven't shown too many fossils, but I've been passing them up like crazy. A lot of shell. Sea shell. A lot of small little critters. And just really interesting. I call them globs because I don't know what they are. Now where did I look? I saw. Hey. Well, now there is an agate. See the bands? When he gets cleaned up. Yeah, he's gonna go home. Now I saw another one. Where at? I'm like a squirrel. Focus. I think that also is agate. And I did see one more piece down here. Where is... Sharing interesting rocks. The way this one is formed on sandstone. This one has seashells. Jaspers. Jaspers. Oh, and I found this one, and my imagination got crazy with me. I think it's just a limb cast, but my imagination says it's a dinosaur bone. I mean, it's not too far-fetched. They did discover some dinosaurs' bones in the dig about, what is it, about 50 miles from here or something like that. And my husband found a dinosaur tooth out here. Our friend the geologist is helping us with a lot, so I'm going to have to ask him, this just a limb cast, or could it have been a bone?
I'm going to take this piece of wood. You see how solid it is, right?
Uh-huh.
Ready? See, it's one solid piece of wood, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, ready? Oh my goodness.
Did that make you feel macho? So you see this whole piece of wood. Oh, I gotta look like this. See this? Watch this. Ah!
You are amazing.
I'm trying to imitate you and I can't. What's wrong, Billy?
I don't know my own strength.
Yeah.
And when I used this hatchet on that piece of wood, it sunk too deep and now it's stuck.
Is that the Grand Canyon that you just put in the ground from that? Poor Billy. You know, this is entertaining. Well, we're going to have dinner probably late tonight. What you cooking there, Billy?
Something I found on the road. Thought we would give it a try.
Squirrel?
Well, yeah.
That's the funniest looking squirrel I've ever seen.
And here we're watching the sunset on another wonderful day.
Just you and me, babe. It's so quiet out here. You can't even hear nothing. You can't hear nothing. Double negative. So you're claiming to be patient and you will wait for the coffee.
That's right.
What was you saying about the dictionary?
Well, if you were to look in the dictionary under the word patience, you would see my picture.
No, that is on the post office wall that you're... Hey, we have percolation. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, it's time to start getting some vittles on. We got homemade biscuits, homemade gluten-free pumpkin bread. We got bacon. What are we missing? Eggs. I gotta go get the eggs out. And, oh, hash browns. Alright, so here's what I'm kind of showing some fossil life embedded in that poor little rock. I should say poor little clams. Here's some petrified wood. It's got some agate in it. It's more chert though than anything, because there's a lot of chert here in this area. Flint, whatever you want to call it. But there's a lot here. A lot of green. And there's some red starting to pick up. So red is when the iron was on the rocks and there was oxygen, so it helped to form it with the red. So the fossil in the shale, here's a couple of not too great specimens, but you can see there's fossils in the shale. You'll find a lot of this green rock. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's a green. And that is because with the volcanic over there, as you can see, lava that's cooled down and made volcanic rock. Then when that happened, it seized out a lot of the oxygen in the air, caused the volcanic dust to fall, and that caused a lot of the death of the little tiny sea creatures and stuff, and the dust ash fell on them, preserving them for us to see. Pretty cool. And you also find a lot of the crystal formations or druzy starting on a lot of these rocks. These fossils aren't great. I was trying to find more. Yesterday I found full shells, and I'll show you those later. But anyhow, and when I was sat down here to show you, all of a sudden something poked me, and this poor little tiny cactus trying to live, make a break for it. So I moved some of the stuff around him, and I'll give him a drink of water before I go. But we try to never destroy any of the wildlife here. Earlier we saw a whole herd of deer, beautiful buck, and we try not to bother them because we are in their house, sharing their yard, and we want to be welcome guests. No trash left. Take good care of this earth and the creatures on it, and explore the creatures that are no longer with us, that have been sealed in time, in fossils. I love fossils. Hit a stream that's shale, and in shale you can find good fossils. It's interesting, the mountainside will go from like a lava flow. There's lava rock there. Over there was excellent agate finding. And then I've hit this seam of shale. I just found this interesting. I don't know what it is. And it's got druzy collecting in there where whatever plant life that was is decayed. Huh. Just interesting. And there's lots of shale here. And you'll find tiny, tiny seams of like a carnelian with the teeny, teeny, tiny crystals. And once in a while you'll find whole agates. I don't know if he is, but my hubby cut one like this not too long ago, and it had a beautiful crystal inside and bands. And he told me not to smash him. So we'll take that one and cut it. What's up with this little guy? Look at all those bubbles. Huh. Pretty cool.
I have been biding my time today and have been very particular about what I'm picking up. And I saw this from a distance. I think it was that pocket of crystals that caught my eye. It's a nice sized piece. But I could put a face on that and polish it. It'd be beautiful. So finally I found something. Yay me.
So this is Briar Rabbit. You got your ears on.
Yes.
You know why I'm Briar Rabbit is because I fall in the briars and I always get poked with cactus.
Again?
No, I just made up the name. Look at that. Oh, sorry, that was me. Well, you should come over on my ridge. It's windy here. You went down over the ridge. I don't see you no more. Wow. Finally something worth filming. I can't wait to clean this guy up. Look at the patterns in there. I'll show it again once we get her home and cleaned up. He's gonna be my prize.
This is another day of Bill and Penny's excellent rock hounding adventures. I have been getting skunked all day and have been listening to my wife say, "Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm keeping it." And I have found nothing. I mean, nothing worth taking home. But I did run across this little piece right here. And let me see. I do think that might be worth taking home and cutting. So, I'm just going to
It's lunchtime. dig that out. Here's a piece off of him. Could that possibly be a petrified wood? Is it worth digging out? I will, and get right back to you. That was the hole. It was a big guy. And he came out. He's just very interesting. I probably won't carry him. Oh yes, and my honey come to help after I dug. And then he shows me this little baby one. And he goes, "Where's the mommy?" Yes, babe, you found the best one so far. But I am going to win. So there's bees, lots of bees out here. And when I squirt a rock, there's water. And water in the desert is precious. And these little guys get in there and... Poor little guy, I poured water on my rock and he come over for a drink. He's like, "I'm in the desert, woman. There's no water." I found this other pretty one too. And there's when I get it cleaned up, there's crystal on the other side. Poor little guy. Let me give you some more water. So it's a simple supper tonight, if I said that right. I made some stew before I left home, so we have a nice vegetable and beef. And I made some homemade biscuits and some gluten-free bread. And we're going to make a nice, easy supper. We always do the second night because we're tired, because we've been rockhounding for 2 days straight. And we're old. Boy, we are tired, but we still have to take the time, even though the sun's going down. We've... I'm keeping that in here. It shows you how tired we are. We're drinking beer. I'm sorry. Excuse me. If children are watching this, do not try this at home. So really, when I said we're drinking beer, this is not real beer. And one of them, and we quit. We're a bunch of lightweights. So don't worry, you don't have to hold your children's ears.
Another night in the desert.
38 degrees.
And now it's time for some wonderful coffee. See y'all later. Well, this is our goodbye breakfast. Third day.
Well, we have to go.
Yep, we got to go. So we're going to have a nice hearty breakfast and hit the road. It sure has been fun. Hope you guys enjoy the videos.